Hi friends, this is Gail O'Neill, and I teach stamping. I hope you enjoy. So tonight, Butterfly Gala, I'll be adding in a few other things. One of the main things I am using is botanical butterflies, which I did show other times. So much fun. Like, I made quite a few cards out of the DSP. So let's get started. Now, let me move this aside. This is really a fun set, and I was hesitant to get it, and so glad that I did and that I'm playing with it now. So these were cut directly. Let me just show you, and I'll be doing a little bit of it, but these little ones can be punched from the punch. These can, and there's these also. It might be, and the colored, oh, I did show the colored ones. The other ones need to be fussy cut, but they go kind of fast. So this is the card, and it goes together really, really quick. Really quick. So I'm just going to put some wet glue down. And just a drop on the... And I love black and white. And then sometimes you can use the edges. I actually did on the original card, if you look right here. I didn't cut that off. That was from the edge of the paper. This one I'm using a full one. And then we're just going to take some black ink and we're going to stamp "Thank you so very much" right in between there. And of course my tape. So my 5 by 3 3/4. My norms I'm using tonight. Some of my samples aren't the norm, but then I always look at it and say, I need a bigger border. It just looks better. I probably say that every video, and I apologize if it bugs you. And we put that down. And then I'm going to grab a few of these little sequins. Just to give it a little dazzle. And that's it. Quick card. That was an extra. I just designed it a few minutes ago. We'll put that back aside. So I'm going to do all my 3 black and white ones first. And then I'm going to show you a couple other ones that go into a little bit more detail. Now, this one I'm doing in black and white, but I also did it in the heather. And this is the gingham Gala gingham paper that comes with this suite. And that's got, I think, 5 different colors. And I just left it plain. This one I put a little dazzle on it. So the DSP is 2 by 3 3/4. So I started with that as my base. And then the same "thank you very much." I stamped right down and used my paper as a guide. Okay, and then for the butterflies, okay, so here's something, I cut my stamps apart. And let me grab the stamp set so I can show you. It comes like it does. These I haven't cut apart yet, but it comes so that you can punch it and it matches up. But you can also cut them and then put it back together. And I know I have shown people who follow me and watch, I've done that before. But you can always put it back together if you want to stamp them together. So I'm going to put one right there. Just looks like it's not inking well. And then another one that direction. And then I'm going to grab the little one somewhere. Here's my bodies. Aha. And I'll put one that way, one that way, and 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to come back and do the bodies. And it's fairly easy. You can see right through it. Oops, now I need the little one. Goes really fast. And then you can come back and do the little antennas. You can see right through that stamp. I remember with the old wood stamps, oh my God, it was so hard. You had to use a stamp positioner. I am so in love with the photopolymer. Oh, I did that one with the little one. I got carried away. He's a shorty. Okay, so we're just gonna he's got stunted antennas. So we're going to put that down. Okay, and then I added a little bow. I've been trying to use up this roll for ages now. And then we're going to add some, I call them diamonds. Oop, I think I left the, nope, it's there. Sometimes you go to grab it and you grab it without the glue dot behind it. Oops. Come on, Jim. And there it is. Quick and simple. You could really get a lot of those done in a short time. Okay, and then the next one is also black and white, and this would also be awesome. You could color in can color in these butterflies as well. So I'm just going to glue these down. And like I usually say, if you're using liquid glue, you don't need a lot. It goes down and stays down. Okay, and then let's see which ones we're going to use. Here's like one of those end ones I showed you, and you can just like not waste them. Use them on something. Okay, that's about right. And I'll show you how that got there in a minute. I do want to show you how to put them into a punch. Or at least how I do it. And that's exactly what I needed. So now I just need the little thanks. I think I'll put it here this time. And then some more bling. And I got a little smudge on there. And if you've never seen one of these mono sand erasers, this is, if you can, you probably don't see it from far away, but right there. You can get these on Amazon. One side is a regular eraser and the other side is the sand eraser. Or you can get a whole thing that's just sand eraser. But if your ink is just on the surface, your smudge, you can get it off. Otherwise, you cover it up with a bow or a gem. So there it is. Basically another quick card. And like I said, if you wanted to add some color, you could do that as well. So then we have this one. Now the thanks on here, this one is from that nice full colored sheet. This is 3 that I cut and put together. So it just gives it a little bit more texture, and you've seen me do that also. So I'm just going to glue this down and get it ready. A little bit more right there. It's easier to work with once you do it because it's not as flimsy. So what I'll show you how you cut these without having to fussy cut it because they are the size of the punch. So what I do is I take some temporary glue adhesive, and this is also from Tombow, and I just clip it to that. Now I've seen other demonstrators that do it with a post-it note, but I always have all these strips, so why waste a post-it note? Oh, there's something still in there. So you just set that in there, and this is how I did all of them that I didn't have to fussy cut anyway. And then it's ready for the next one. And when it gets too short, then you just grab another strip. And there's one more to do. Easy, right? And then I just take that piece and peel it off. And it's good to go. Okay. So again, my normal 5 by 3 3/4. That's another piece of strip. So this is a little different, and I didn't quite decide where I want everything. But we're going to put that down there. And I think we will attach this now. And I'm just going to take that little piece that's hanging over. Got to steady yourself first. Okay. And we'll mount that. Okay, then the decision comes, do I use that big one? I shouldn't give myself so many choices, right? What do you say? That one or that one? And that's going to be there. I'm waiting for you guys. 1 or 2? 1? I think I like the littler one. Okay. I can't see your reply, so I'm just going to go with this. And that one goes down flat. And this one I'm going to pop up. Okay, first we're going to get this done. So this is going to go across there. And then I'm going to take this second one and just tie a knot so it looks like a bow, but it's not really a bow. And we'll trim that a little bit. Okay, then I think I'll go ahead and put this down. Are you loving all the butterflies? I hope so. There'll be a lot more techniques coming from me with these. A lot of background techniques. That's going to go right there. And then these, oh, maybe I'll get to use the last few on here. So I'll put one there. Yes. Oops. It's got one more and I'm using it. Ta-da! Done. And then, of course, we want to take and secure that ribbon down. I don't know where I put the other one, but at least I got this. So I'm going to secure this in 2 places because of that little butterfly. And there you have it. So that's a nice colorful one. And then we have one more to make. Oh, what was this? Oh, I forgot what the die is called. I have to look it up, but you can't see the catalog. What a bummer. Just a couple more days and then I can really show it. Of course, I can't find it when I want it. But I absolutely love this die. I didn't get the whole set. Oh, I see there was a little sneak peek there. Got to be more towards the back, I guess. I cannot find it, but you're going to love it. It does this background, and it's... Maybe if Sue, say the name of it. Find it and do it. So this was my really fun card. But I absolutely love this background. And it comes out so easy that this is how it came away from the paper. Just like this. So the way that the set is, you could actually save some of these. You can stamp in it. If you wanted to put back some of them or do like a different color. Oh, you're going to be seeing some things from me. This is going to be like a fun, I've been waiting for like full background stamps and was so excited to see that. But before I do that, I want to show you how I colored them. So these are embossed. And what I did with these is I took petal pink. So I started out with the petal pink. And put that, just sponged it right in there. Then I took the Blackberry Bliss and you go a little bit slower. So that way you're still getting a little of the other color towards the ends. And at the very, very end, I took and used, ta-da, Winka Stella to make it sparkly. So let's put this little puppy together. Petal pink and seafoam. And this I put through my favorite folder. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Then we're going to take this with the liquid glue, which I left the top off of. It's still good. And I went basically around the edges. And this cuts it 5 1/4 by 4. And then I just took it in just a couple spots. As long as you have those edges good. And of course with the liquid glue you do have a little bit of wiggle room. And we'll throw the inside in, because with a dark color you always need an inside. Okay, and then I cut out these little leaves and just kind of place them. So we'll see where we want the butterflies. And let's get this done. And this one said a little note. Once I do this, I can cover up that black and not get any on my... So a little note can also be used as a thank you. And then I put one of these right there. And we're going to put this down. Since the glue's here, I'm using the glue. Okay. So then I just kind of figured out where I wanted them. And you can also, I used like this to like lift it, which is one of the reasons of, okay. So we're going to go ahead and put those down. I like those there. I think I need to use the tweezer. I just have to get into the habit of using it because my fingers don't do it. Okay. So we're going to put one down right away so it stops moving around. And that one will go there. And I think I'll just tuck them in around it. It'll be easier. Yeah, don't decide to move them after. I'm just going to make it so you can't see it. I'm going to put something right on top of that. Okay, now I feel better. That's where I put the... Oops, wrong side. Okay, so then we need a few gems. So I'm going to put one there. I think I want to add a little bit more. So we'll put that and that. That one and one more on the little guy right there. And then the Winkostella. And I'm surprised my hand wasn't in that. So just, if you see it how it is now, and then when we put the Winkostella, it just gets all sparkly. Can you see it now? So pretty. All right, so let's get rid of all this stuff. This goes back into this. Maybe. Oh, before I bring back the other ones, let me show you. Okay, so this one, and this also has Winkostella. So this one I use the doilies. This one I use the vellum behind it. And I'm having so much fun with all these different dies that Stampin' Up! Has put out. Now here's a simple card. So if you stamp one of these flowers, you can then take your blender pen and go over it and pull that color. So I did that on the blue and the lovely lipstick I used for that. And then last but not least is this one. And this one, I'll show you quickly. Let me just grab a piece of paper. We'll get that stamp back. So if I stamp this in black, I can then come back in with these stamps from the set. And I'm going to do this in 2 weird colors. So, let me stamp off. Or actually, I'll just do them both with this. And I could have stamped off another time, because this is a dark color. And you can see how light I did those, and they look pretty. So let me stamp off twice. And then you just line it up and stamp. And then put some Wink of Stella on that. And then you also, like I did before, you're going to stamp his body and his antenna. Alright, so at least I showed you some of that. But you can see the different... This is the one I use mostly. But all what I just did there will work for any one of these. And they'll all, and I will be cutting all of mine apart so I can use them separately. So let's bring everything back. Oh, and look at this. See, I shouldn't leave things around my desk. But I want to do something where I'm putting 2 together. Okay, back to what I was doing. So there's that one, that one, that one. And these are the ones we did tonight. And like a, oops, that first one. All of these, including these, will be on Pinterest. So you'll be able to get closer looks. And I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you in a few days. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye. Good night.